What is up, guys? We're back again with another Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord Science video. These two ranged units I'm going to be testing out today are two that I missed out on the last 100 versus 1000 test. These are the Khuzait Marksman and the Battanian Fians, both tier 5 units, and we're going to see how well they stack up against 1000 stinky peasants. And they're off to a pretty good start, to be honest, for these Khuzait Marksmen. I have to be honest, I have not played with them very much, so I don't have much experience in how well they actually fare against melee units. But the peasants seem to be doing exactly what they've done on all of the previous tests. They do that formation change where they run forward, run back, and my goodness, I have to be honest, that is more kills than a lot of these other tier 5 units. That green bar is just pinging through like crazy. These guys must have a pretty quick reload speed and quite a fast fire, because this is definitely turning into more kills. That red bar is dropping down to almost half, which I have to say is pretty impressive for a ranged unit. There are not many tier 5 ranged units that did this well, but we'll see how they fare in melee combat. Unfortunately, they only have a one-handed sword, which means no shield, no two-handed weapon, which is super powerful. The Battanian Fians do have a two-handed weapon, which takes out these peasants, I'm pretty sure, in one hit. So this sword actually is a disadvantage for these Khuzait Marksmen. So we'll see how they fare. It looks like the peasants are queuing up again. Let's have a look. I think they are queuing up again, but we'll see how these Khuzait Marksmen fare up against these peasants. This should be an interesting one. That bar, if you see at the top, is super close already. I have to say, this is pretty impressive. I might have to start using these guys for my ranged units, because they're doing really well. A lot better than the crappy Palatine guards anyway, but not as good as the Battanian sharpshooters. If you remember, those guys actually beat 1000 peasants, which was really surprising, to be honest. They are a really good strong unit, but these Khuzait Marksmen are doing really well. It's very similar to the other battles we've seen, where both sides of the peasants will sit and kind of have a picnic on either side, but that is a really early sandwich. Usually the reinforcements have to get to the army first before the sandwich actually happens, but this is a super early sandwich. Let's see if they can hold off each side. So they're going to split to the left and right the army, so it's going to split up the army, and the archers in the middle, they're going to be able to shoot arrows, but it looks like it's closing in on them. Who's going to win this? It's going to be super close. Oh, this is going to be so close. Can the Khuzait Marksman do it?
You can do it! Oh, yes, we can.
Oh, come on, guys. You can do it. I'm really rooting for them. Oh, but there's a couple running away. The green bar is just shriveling down. Wow, that was super. Oh, there's still a couple fighting. We won't say give up yet. There's two of them firing arrows still. Oh, no, he got sliced. They both got absolutely decapitated and executed. Oh, that was intense. That was a close one. That was really close. I'm impressed. I have to say, the Khuzait Marksman really did really well. That was super impressive. 749 kills. Those peasants were so close to running off scared. And up next for the next tier 5 unit, we have the Battanian Fians. If you remember from the last test, I tested the Battanian Fian Champions, which were tier 6, and they absolutely decimated the 1000 peasants. It was not even close. The reinforcements didn't even get there, but we will see how these Battanian Fians do. So these guys are tier 5, not tier 6. I've used them a little bit. I have a little bit of experience using these guys because I do like the Battanian faction. So I do know that these guys are quite powerful, but I've obviously never fought them against 1000 peasants. There's very rarely you're going to, in campaign or sandbox mode, meet 1000 peasants. It's kind of, to be honest, it's not going to happen. Everyone recruits their soldiers straight away. But I have to say, that green bar, similar to the Khuzait Marksman, is going really quickly. Those kills are absolutely raking in. I don't think they're doing as good as the Khuzait Marksman, but that bar is really going really far down. It's about 1/3. I'd say that's close to half, maybe 1/3. So we'll see how they do when it comes to melee combat. As I have said, these Battanian Fians have a two-handed weapon, so they don't have a shield, which makes it easier to block, and they can kind of form a shield wall, and the rest of the archers behind them can fire and pick off some of the peasants as they're fighting. But they do have that super powerful, it's almost like a greatsword. It's like a Final Fantasy VII Cloud greatsword, and it's really strong. I'm pretty sure it can decapitate in one hit, so it can kill these peasants in a one good slash. So that makes it really good for if you see either side, they're having like a melee combat on the right and a melee combat on the left, and the section of the 100 tier 5 battalions are sectioning off into two different armies. Well, three different armies actually. You've got the right, left, and you've got the archers who are kind of staying back. It's pretty good formation, a pretty good tactic if you ask me. They can pick off all the peasants as they're kind of running away, and this is going really well. This is really impressive. I did think these guys would do quite well, but this battle is so hard for ranged units who do not have a shield. That shield just offers you so much protection. But this looks really close. I'm intrigued. Can the Battanian Fians do it? And it is an early sandwich, is it? No, they're not sandwiching, they're teasing me. No, yes they are. They are coming. Right, so this is a super early sandwich. Usually the reinforcements have to get really close and engage, but I think the peasants maybe know that they're whittling down in their numbers, so they maybe decide to just rush in. So this is going to be super close. Oh, can the Battanian Fians do it? This is going to be super close. Come on, Battanian Fians. Battanian Fians, you can do it. Oh, this is going to be close. Super close. I think the peasants might have taken it. Their red bar is bigger than the Battanian Fians. The peasants have got the number advantage. But these Battanian Fians, man, they are chopping it. Look at them with them flipping swords, man. They are slicing away like no one's business. And, the peasants are running. They've got more numbers, but they're running. Wow. The Battanian Fians actually did it. Yeah, that's it. Shoot them in the back of the head, the cowards. Kill them. Kill those disgusting peasants. Thank good Lord. Thank goodness. Oh, yes. Brilliant. So, another tier 5 unit defeated the 1,000 peasants. That makes me happy. As you know, I hate those peasants. Look at all those dead bodies. Disgusting. Excellent. That was really impressive. So, Battanian Fian Champions defeated 1,000, and the Battanian Fians defeated 1,000. So if you're going to use any ranged unit in your army, I would probably use the Battanian Fians. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate the views, subs, support, comments, everything. Thank you so much, guys. And tune in for the next one. Take it easy.